Well, I think I'm going to take a couple minutes here and reply to your video. I'm just going to play the audio and respond to parts of it. I've already watched the entire thing. I've already spent my time. I actually did a 20-minute video responding to you, but it's really, I didn't like it. So I'm going to just do this.
Many atheists say things like, there is no evidence for God.
There is no
what
evidence for God.
What they should say is, there is no good evidence for God.
No, there is no evidence for God.
Now, no theist claims that they have found some relic that has God's DNA, or some God footprints like the cast of Bigfoot's foot. If you're an atheist that would only accept such proof of God's existence, let me remind you now that God, the Judeo-Christian God, is not physical.
The Judeo-Christian God isn't real.
If something isn't made of matter, then it doesn't exist.
Okay, I'm going to go past this because you're going to do this numbers bullshit. Guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do representations of these things. Okay? Numbers are not a physical thing. What they are is they are a metaphor for something. They are a representation of something. That's it. They are in no correlation to this concept of God. Okay, so let's move to where your arguments are. Let's see. Your four arguments. The cosmological argument, which has been debunked. Okay, it's a God of the gaps argument, and I know within this you say it's not a God of the gaps argument, because what it takes to make the Big Bang happen, the only thing we know that fits that is God. That's God of the gaps. Sorry. You destroyed your own argument with your own argument. The argument from design. There is no design. Everything we exist, we are patterned because of our evolutionary upbringing to look for patterns. Okay? Dragons in the clouds. Okay? When we look at the sky, we can make out things that look like bunnies, dragons, faces. We look for things. This is because in our evolutionary past, when we were looking around, we were looking into bushes and stuff. We were looking for faces, for movement, because that was a necessary thing. This is an evolutionary leftover, not design. If this is designed, it's horribly designed. Okay? Nothing is designed. It's just happened. The moral argument. Again, it's been debunked. Okay? It's pretty basic. This whole concept of good and evil. Evil, what is good and what is evil is really subjective. Rape is pretty much always considered evil. Okay? Murder is not always considered evil. Okay? These are things that we can agree on, but that doesn't mean that they're evil. That just means they're bad. And this whole concept of, well, if there isn't good and evil, then anything can be good. No. There are things that are, killing somebody for absolutely no good purpose is bad. But this goes back to early days of our tribal existence, where we had a common we had a common agreement of let's not kill each other. That's pretty much where it comes from. I don't want to die, so I'm not going to kill you. We agreed to that? Sounds good. I don't want my stuff stolen. I'm not going to steal your stuff. Sound like an agreement? Good to me. My mate, I don't want you sleeping with my mate. You know what? I'll make an arrangement. I'm not going to sleep with your mate. That was early. But it even goes farther back than that. One of the examples that I love is piranhas. Piranhas are violent killing machines. But yet they don't kill each other. They live together. They have a community with each other. They don't do shit to each other. Yeah, they fight occasionally, but every creature fights occasionally. But they don't ruthlessly kill each other, even though you put something in there that they will shred it. Moral argument debunked. The Jesus argument, I don't even have to waste my time with. Okay? There's no proof for Jesus. There's even less proof for the resurrection. So, let's go down, because you're going to spend the rest of the video going. That was a piece meant to make the Christians happy. Period. It didn't go off of historical evidence. It went off of theological evidence, which is a completely different thing. Okay? You want an argument for a case of God's non-existence. Again, you can't prove a negative. It's that simple. Okay? The thing is that can we prove 100% that God doesn't exist? No. That's not the scientific method. The scientific method is we need evidence to prove something. We don't need evidence to disprove something. That's the scientific method. You can't get evidence to disprove something, because all it would do is prove something else. You can't disprove anything. You can prove prove something else. So there's no argument to disprove God. There's arguments to disprove specific gods, such as the Christian God, which is the Jewish God, the God of Abraham. Okay, which, by the way, there's no historical evidence for Abraham or Moses or the early Jews. They didn't exist in Egypt. Adam and Eve never existed. The Tower of Babel never existed. Let me just keep, there's a lot of shit out there. My mind's not right there right now. I could go for days. Oh, and originally, if you actually do the freaking history and actually learn about the real history, Jews originally had 3 gods: a mother god, a father god, a mother god, a father god, and an old god. And they decided that they wanted to not have a female god, and the old god was superfluous, becoming one god. But again, true history eludes you. So, I don't need to prove it. I don't need to prove anything. And by the way, the whole flying spaghetti monster, you know what? I can make a better case for Santa Claus than I can for your God. Okay? The flying spaghetti monster was a joke. A joke. Okay? It's a joke. And it's meant to make fun of people like you. Because the flying spaghetti monster makes about as much sense as your God. But apparently that joke eludes you. So, now, you want to come back at me and you want to make a statement, you want to come after me for what I said, please. I would love to have this debate. I've been waiting for this debate, because this is going to be fun. But I don't think you have the guts. I seriously doubt you're going to allow my video to be posted on your video. Please, do so. And then reply to me. Do a video back to me. Put your face on camera. Come after me. Please. I'm begging you. You got the guts? Is your faith that strong? I don't think so.